What is up, Earthnoids and Space Noids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode we are concluding Mobile Suit Gundam 00 Season 2. Last time, Celestial Being learned that Anu is an innovator. The A-Laws attained more power, and there was a second Memento Mori. This time, the final battle begins. Setsuna unlocks a new Trans Am form. Ribbons gets a new mobile suit, and we see their headquarters. And Setsuna returns to an old friend. So let's get into this. Setsuna tells Saji that Anu wasn't the same Anu, and if he didn't act, she would have killed Lock-On. He says that he could sense that it is the same for Luis. Setsuna's eyes glow like an innovator. While the ship goes offline for a moment, they receive a distress call from an unfinished colony at Lagrange 5. Linda Vashti and a bunch of scientists also fled to L5, so Ian wants to go check up on her and get supplies. It happens to be Wang who survived her attack from Nina. Alleluia wants Soma to take Lassie's place since he's been shot, but she ain't having it. She wants to die in battle. Lock-On apologizes for punching the Gundam earlier, but he points a gun at his back. Setsuna seems to sense it. 00 Riser launches and heads to L5. Goodman and the A-Laws are making moves without the innovator's input. Even though Luis is supposed to be the first human innovator, and it might be Setsuna. Everyone says that Setsuna has changed over the past few episodes. Marina and the kids have been singing their song over the airwaves. It seems that their song is resonating with the people. This is what Relina was missing. She needed a catchy song. Wang yells at Hong, saying this is all his fault, as he should have been the head of the family. But now she has to deal with all of this. She says, "You're staying by my side till the day you die." That is when Nina catches up to them. She shoots at Wang, but Hong says, "That day is today." He shields her from Nina's bullets and pushes her to safety before he takes a bullet to the face. Nina and Regina are working together against Ribbon's plan. That is when Setsuna arrives. He heads in without Saji to find Wang. She gives him the location where Veda was moved to. She says she can't go with him because of her Keikaku. When he heads back to the Gundam, he is surrounded by Tom Cruise. He challenges him to a duel in his new Susanoo. The GNX Y90-1TW Susanoo is an upgraded version of the Masadao, or rather, the Susanoo is what the Masadao would be if given more time. The gene condenser on the Susanoo's back can supply power to the sabers, named Shiranui and Unru, through a power cable on the back of the head. It has a large beam cannon called the Trip Punisher, with 3 muzzles, one on the abdomen and one on each shoulder. Like Masadao, it has a beam chakram and a Transam system. It also is equipped with a power gauntlet on the left arm and a Gian claw. As the two fight, Wang tries to flee, but Nina shoots and kills her. Ribbon speaks to her through Hato. He says he's bringing her vengeance. It is Luis and her Regnant. She can finally get revenge for Nina killing her family. The Regnant's fangs tear through the throne Gundam. She stabs through the throne, killing Nina. She begins going mad after getting vengeance. Both Tom Cruise and Setsuna whip out their Trans Ams to see whose is bigger. They end up having a naked Gian particle sesh together. It's not gay if Gian particles are involved. Setsuna is trying to change the world, but Tom Cruise has come to terms with the fact that he just wants to fight the strongest fighters. He doesn't care and never has cared about this war. Setsuna slices off his arm, disarming the Gundam. Tom Cruise says, "Kill me, you coward," but Setsuna lets him live to fight another day. The location of Veda happens to be on the dark side of the moon. Its original location was on the moon, so it didn't go too far. The radars detect something fishy happening around the moon, and they are expecting a lot of company when they arrive. They are going to hide in Lagrange 2, where no colonies are being built. Linda Vashti approaches the Ptolemy with medical supplies. A-Law's commander, Goodman, has 21 Baikal cruisers and 108 mobile suits in his fleet. Linda has brought O Gundam with them, along with another friend. It should be able to sortie for a limited time. Setsuna gives a rousing speech to the team before they head into the final battle. Lassie is healed up and ready to helm the Ptolemy. Catherine is also in space, ready to assist. Why'd you bring the children, though? Why'd you even come to space? Ribbons made clones of Divine Nova. Who are you guys posing for? Felt gives Setsuna a flower. Everyone sorties. Also, why can Archer Arios launch pre-docked while 00 Riser has to dock outside the ship? I have questions. The two fleets converge on one another and begin fighting. Archer detaches from Arios. Gundam Riser activates the Riser Sword, which is the giant beam sword. It takes out 3 Baikal-class ships with ease. They enter into an anti-beam field. Goodman plans on flooding them with mobile suit cannon fodder. While they can't use their beam weapons, they are overwhelmed. The A-Laws break through the Gundam's defenses and head towards the Ptolemaeus. Setsuna still has his Gian sword and can still fight. Catherine comes in to help just in time. They seem to have anticipated the anti-Gian field. Goodman is attacked by another incoming fleet. It happens to be Katie Mannequin in her Ural-class ship. The Ural-class ship was originally developed by former Union engineers and is one of the biggest mobile suit carriers we have seen in this universe. being able to carry 96 mobile suits in total. It looks similar in design to the Virginia class, and it uses the same plasma engines as well. Weapons include laser cannons, anti-aircraft lasers, and Geon missiles. Also, the baby blue is looking good on the Jinx 3. Of course, Patrick Colasar is on her side taking the lead. The Ptolemy team breaks through the anti-Geon field. Setsuna fires on the flagship, killing Goodman. Ribbons has been reading Regina's thoughts and knows her true intentions. She says, screw it, and shoots him in the head. However, another Ribbons walks into the room. He just uploaded his body into another vessel. She goes to kill him again, but is shot first by Ali. The battle wages on. A beam blast nearly hits Katie's ship, but takes out some Catherine vessels. The blast came from the moon. They even took out the Ayla's mobile suits in the process. It came from the Innovator's mothership, Celestial Being. Celestial Being is an asteroid megafortress and was one of Aeolia's secret projects. This was originally designed to be used by Celestial Being for deep space exploration. The Innovates decide to turn it into a weapon. Its main weapon is the 80mm Geon laser, which is on rails and can rotate 360 degrees around the asteroid. It uses Geon Tau drive energy cartridges to fire this huge beam weapon. It also has several 20mm lasers throughout the asteroid. The base also houses Veda. The Ptolemy heads towards Celestial Being to find Veda. Ribbon launches the Lady Gagas. The Gaga is an autonomous mobile suit designed to be used as a kamikaze weapon. This is done with the help of the Transam system. Since there is no pilot, the Geon drives are in the chest and it has no use for legs. The only weapon on this unit is Geon Vulcans. You could say this is a mobile doll of the sorts. They activate their Transam systems and begin their kamikaze run. They are able to break through the Geon field. Their attack is overwhelming. Katie tries to support the Ptolemaeos. The Gagas go in to attack the Ural-class ship, but Patrick protects her, blowing up in the process. It's okay, he's fine. For some reason, the Ptolemy rushes towards a deck on Celestial Being when automatons swarm them. With automatons, they technically have two mobile dolls. Suck-It Wing, Setsuna and Saji are attacked by Luis. Lacan enters the base to find Ali. He tries to get revenge for his brother. Lassie pilots O Gundam ACD type and fires at the automatons. The GN00 O Gundam ACD type is the first Celestial Being mobile suit. ACD stands for Actual Combat Deployment. It retains the same armaments as the old Gundam. It's mainly just a color change. Automatons break into the ship, but Felt is able to locate Veda. Thierry goes to look for it, but Revive and Hilling chase him. They activate their Trans Am. Sumeragi goes to protect the ship when she happens to find Billy. The Innovates find Tieria's mobile suit, but it is empty. He is already inside Celestial Being and finds Ribbons. 00 Riser fights against Luis and Andre. The Regnant transforms the mobile suit form and grabs 00 Riser. That is when Gagas come in. She is willing to kill herself if it means taking down Celestial Being. Tieria says they aren't innovators, they are Innovades. They are artificially created in the hopes to bring forth real innovators. Billy believes that the Innovators are superior beings, so the logical choice is to follow them. But Sumeragi thinks that that is just taking away one's freedom. O Gundam is out of energy, and Lassie coughs up blood from his Geon particle cancer. Setsuna unleashes Geon particles. Luis's mobile armor is destroyed, but Setsuna saves her. He tells Saji to take her to safety while he fights against Hilling and Revive. Ribbons shoots Tieria. Dude, you had the upper hand. What the hell happened during the cutaway? Luis wakes up and tries to choke a bitch. But seeing Saji's ring reminds her of the past. Setsuna activates his Trans Am and can sense all his comrades in pain through the Geon field. That is when he activates the Trans Am burst system. This can only be activated by true innovators. The Geon particles are spread out when activating the original Trans Am. An innovator can then use those Geon particles to increase speed beyond comprehension. It also allows one to read quantum brainwaves and expands human consciousness, and apparently cure cancer. This is a true innovator. Everyone has been saying that for peace to happen, one must change. Becoming a true innovator is the change that they were all seeking. Setsuna says, I'm going to force peace onto you bitches. I'm in your head. The power of hugs gets Billy to calm down. Veda suddenly rejects Ribbons. Regina says, hey man, I'm in your head. Tieria is still alive, and he activates Seraphim and the trial system. It is able to deactivate all of the surrounding mobile suits. Yeah, maybe start with that weapon instead of making it your closer. Logon chases Ali as he ejects from his mobile suit. He is about to shoot him when he remembers anew. He decides for peace instead, but he reaches for his gun, leaving Logon no choice but to shoot him. Setsuna reaches Veda to find Tieria's dead body, but he is linked directly with Veda. By doing so, he is finally able to tell Setsuna Aeolia Schönberg's plan. Setsuna returns to the ship with knowledge of the true plan when Seraphim is shot down. It is Ribbons and the Reborn's Gundam. The CB-000 GC Reborn's Gundam is a transformable mobile suit created with the help of Veda. Like 00, this also has a twin drive system. The Kennen mode's mobility is slightly reduced compared to the Gundam modes. but it has high firepower and excels at mid to long range artillery combat. This is a hidden Gundam head. The Jian-Tao drives still are inferior to the original Jian drive. Weapons include a Jian Buster Rifle, a Jian Shield, 4 large Fin Fangs, 8 small Fin Fangs, and Jian Vulcans. Like the Empress, this also uses the Egner Whip. The two engage in the final Bataru. Lassie tells the Telemi crew to move away from Celestial Being. Soma was critically injured, though those pods seem to heal everything, so I actually don't even know what critically injured is in this universe. Did you see Lassie just cured his cancer? The Reborns transforms into Mobile Suit mode. Revive and Healing come in to support Ribbons, while Alleluia and Lock-On support Setsuna. Or rather, Hallelujah and Alleluia working together. Arios uses the Claw Arm and crushes the Gadessa, killing Healing, but Alleluia is injured in the process. Lock-On is hit. He only has 1 second of Transam juices left, but that is enough time. He waits for Revive to rush in before activating the Transam and using the shield bits to kill Revive. Ribbons believes that O Gundam's original Jian drive is what is setting Setsuna apart from the Innovades, and he wants it for himself. 00 quantizes or teleports, but Ribbons is able to get the upper hand. He crushes the mobile suit and takes the Jian drive and runs away. While doing so, he finds O Gundam that Lassie abandoned. He puts the drive in O Gundam. Setsuna takes his remaining Jian drive and places it in an old friend. He puts it in Exia, or in this case, Gundam Exia Repair 2. The Jian 001 RE2 Gundam Exia Repair 2 is a modified version of the original Exia Repair, though it does kind of seem like a downgrade. Where's the cool cloak? It is equipped with the Jian Sword Kai, 2 Jian Beam Sabers, a pair of Jian Vulcans, and a Jian Shield. The two fight as Marina reads a letter to express her feelings. She knows Setsuna will fight until the day he dies, but she hopes that he could eventually find happiness in all of this. Exit pierces through O Gundam. O Gundam explodes, while 00 drifts off. Setsuna proved that it wasn't just the Jian drive that set him apart. It was himself, for he is Gundam. In Azatistan, Marina tells her people that with the help of ESF, they will rebuild their nation and the entire Middle East. One can dream, I suppose. Saji is with Luis on Earth. ESF gets a new president. Catherine now has ESF parliament members. They now have representation and recognition in this world. The A-Laws have been disbanded, and Homer Katagiri commits suicide. Klaus tells Shiden this is when things actually begin, as change happens with legislation. The new president consolidates the 3 solar towers to find a way to give power to everyone. Katie has been promoted to general and is getting married to her idiot Patrick. This dude's the biggest winner of the show. Andre is supporting in relief efforts in the hopes that he could become a better soldier. Lyle fakes his death and fully takes on the identity of Lock-On Stratos. He also gives Anu a proper burial. Alleluia and Soma/Marie travel the world as they lived most of their lives in cages. Tieria watches over everyone. Even as a supercomputer, this guy is being weird. Saji believes that if anything happens again that breaks the peace, he believes that Celestial Being will once again return. And that will conclude Mobile Suit Gundam 00. I feel like Season 1 of 00 is a nicely paced, well-written season. This season just feels like more of the same. Plus, they run into the same problem every Gundam has over time. If everyone has a Gundam, then it's not fun anymore. Marina felt like an afterthought this season, though I still felt like she did more than Relina, which is saying something about Gundam Wing. We, as the viewer, also still don't know Aeolia's plan. Luckily, there is more story to tell, as next time, we dive into the movie Awakening of the Trailblazer. Here we will learn that a second human besides Setsuna has awakened as an innovator. We could also start our coverage of the mangas 00I and 00P. But that will do it for now, new types. Even after 2 seasons, the thing I'm still most curious about is the medical technologies in this universe. Everything seems curable, but you tell me nothing about it. Oh well, peace.